Prancing Bee, Madam Razor, Barely Alive, Rosa Gallic. So that first line goes up. And we're about set to go. Bunny rolling, set and ready. Just about there. Off. Jetson Storm stood along with Madam Razor, early speed up wide. Here we go to Fortis Fiona. The inside there is Lola's Quest pushing hard, and behind there is Jetson Storm. Now that's followed off the track a little bit there by Prancing Bee. Prancing Bee followed further back here. Now we go to Shelby King towards the tail of the field. Madam Razor and Barely Alive. Up they come the inside. Lola's Quest will get home. Then we've got it tight here. We go the way of Jetson Storm, Fortis Fiona, Prancing Bee was in that pack. Getting home there's Shelby King when it was all over. Now followed towards the tail of the field there by Rosa Gallic, Barely Alive, and Madam Razor. 3 will get you home here. 3 over the 1, the 5, and the 2 here. And a nice win. Lola's Quest, a second. A couple of starts ago, got into trouble last time. Just kept pushing along the inside, didn't it? 3-1-5-2, 18 and 83. Running 14 and 23. That running. So the first foot will be a 4 and 60. Or thereabouts as it drives the line. Lola's Quest to 460 and 14 and 23. Lola's Quest to Star Conquest, this time boots for Bondi. Here they are from the hop. You can see the start of Lola's Quest got out reasonably well. Up wide there was Fortis Fiona. The 4 just wanted to bounce across a few, didn't it, Madam Razor? And the 9 Shelby King that was backed was back towards the tail of the field. So Madam Razor might have just touched the rail going into that bend there as well. But it's not taking anything away from this one. 2 by 3/4 has done the job well, beating the red of the Jetson Storm, your fave Gordy Wilson, and the 5 third Fortis Fiona, Jared Udy, and Denise Cotton. At nearly $5 or thereabouts at the close. Race number 7 on the card, the Cells TAB over the 527. Back for that at 16 after 4. Mark, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, afternoon to you, Pete. It's a beautiful day in Auckland, and a good day of racing has got underway there at the Manukau Stadium. Of course, we've still got a Little Bright Star to go around after running at the tail of the field last week. We'll see how she does out of the same box here this afternoon. Also a good day of racing down in Southland at Wyndham, where we've seen Crandell Getty on one of his 2 charges he's had in today, bringing up his 1,000th career success as a trainer. So well done to you, Cran, and your success, and hopefully that carries over to Tuesday with Chris and me fans in the Christchurch Casino New Zealand Cup. But we're back to Hawke's Bay as the afternoon continues there. Bevan Sweeney, we've seen the likes of the Bold One going around there today, and still 3 races to come.
Yep, 3 legs of the quaddie, Mark. A very good afternoon to you. And this is not a bad little race, actually, with Ro Hayes at the top of the book, who went down south and took on Blacktop Company last preparation and was pretty good behind Kisses. That was back on the 5th of April. And look, behind Emerald Queen, beaten 3.5 lengths. And I think Emerald Queen's still in that field for the Copeland's Mile on Wednesday. So there's some reasonable form lines there, as there are also with Biddlebull for the Ramsey and Ritchie team. Sam Collett to do the riding there. As I said, the 1 run in this preparation, 2.5 lengths behind Better Keeper after getting a pretty good run and then getting flushed wide before the corner. But I thought it was a useful sort of effort. They went 1:11, sets up to the 1,400 metres, is a course and distance winner here. So you've got to like Biddlebull's prospects. The price short enough, 280, both tote and book. Ro Hayes, the weight's the biggest concern. She has to carry the 59 today when she's back in 85 grade. Now she's a rating 88, so she gets the 2 kilos off for the mares, but still has to carry top weight here. Manu, well, he's always a looker, there's no doubt about that. At 4 and 450, he's got to be close to scoring. He was close up at Hara. Trentham Run, well, that was in a hot race. They ran good time that day, 1:08.87. He was 4 wide, so deserved to fall out of the race, but he's got some pretty good ability. Manu, look, he's had a couple of runs here and missed on both occasions, but he's well in this race. Noseband goes on for him. Kelly Myers for Rawdon Burgesson. I don't know which way to go here. Price indicates Biddlebull. I thought Ro Hayes, fresh up. She looked as though she's right on toe and ready to run a race over the 14. Probably the price just a little bit more attractive, 450 over Biddlebull at 280, but they'd bring the strongest form lines into the race. I then went with Manu. I thought Elusive Gold might run a race fresh. The fresh record is very, very good. It gets 3 kilos off down to the 52. A good draw, and may just push from that draw and find a leading position with the weight allowance down to the 52.5 with Lee Majorian up, who clearly is riding very, very well at the moment. 1 Ro Hayes, 185. Manu is the second selection in the head-to-head here both at $1.85 option 416. See the centre's cap there. We've got Christmas at the races underway, so centre's selection will go around with the cap on for the next month or so as you lead into Christmas and busy times continue. John Darm I wondered about. It was a good third at Te Awamutu. That was on a slow 8, beaten a length and a half behind Coachline, and then trekked down to Woodville. Well beaten behind Centre of Attention, but you must note there the horse was galloped on that occasion. Centre of Attention then came out and ran a cracker at Trentham over the mile. Auckland Greyhounds 315 and 2, 471 80, 110 280, 660 Quinella. 150 50 315 315 and 2, the first four at $1,566.30. You heard from Guy Larry. He said no chance the 8 and 9. They're here to really get them ready to run over a staying sort of trip. So if you take those two out, Second Hope, Fresh Up, look much further forward, I think much better. So I think you can take those three completely out of the race, and then it leaves you with Roe Hayes, John Darm, Elusive Gold, Manu and Biddable to play around in your first four. But 290, 260, Biddable on the tote. Let's head up to Tom. Races well here. Has some pretty strong form lines, as does Roe Hayes. They deserve to be the favourites in the race.
Yeah, they certainly do. I think there's another one that's worth definitely including here, and that is Elusive Gold to Lee McGorry in the rider for Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman. Yes, as you mentioned, Bevan does race particularly well fresh, and with that lightweight today, I think certainly is a chance. But I went with Hayes on top. Resuming it today, did win at the Waverley Trials on the 23rd of October over Porotini Park, and Jonathan Parks is riding for Fraser Rett, and I think she can be hard to beat first up today, even though her fresh 90 record is not good at all. I think she can still run a race. She did look very well heading out onto the track, and as you can see there, she's nice and relaxed and her ears are pricked and she's having a good look around. So one on top to beat the 4. Biddable second up today. That second up record does read well. The Connacht Ramsey Ritchie Valor combination is just firing up in all cylinders at the moment. They had a winner at both venues yesterday, and second up reads well for Biddable off the back of a 6th placing there behind a Better Keeper in a Fillies and Mares $25,000 race late September there at Pukekura Raceway. And Manu, with the addition today of the noseband which goes on. He missed out at Trentham last time after being left out in the open, some 3 and 4 wide. He was beaten 8 1/4 lengths by Cowie, but he's certainly got a chance to redeem himself here, Manu, because his prior 2 runs, first and second up, they were nice. He's the second favourite at 410 and a 140 for the Little Avondale Trust. So they load up race 6, the last few runners to make their way into the gates for the Trinity Hill Handicap Sprint. Biddable at 3 and 150, Rahays at 410 and 150, Manu at 410 and 140, and Elusive Gold at 720, 180, first of our final treble. Last couple are coming up now, Rahays and Elusive Gold. Gendarme stands well down to the inside. They're ready. 1,400 metres. This is race 6 here at Hastings. Still waiting on power to the gates. They've got it now. Racing, away they go. Perfect start. And the last one out of the gates was Pearls to settle back with Biddable. One of the first out was Manu, and he's full of running. He legs it to the lead here by a length and a half. Over on the outside, Rahays is caught wider. Between runners, Elusive Gold and Gendarme. That 4 break away now by about 5 lengths on Grenade with the stablemate Pearls. 3 lengths away then came Biddable, and 3 1/2 back to the last one, who was Second Hope. And over the 8 of them, there's probably 10 or 11 lengths. As they're about to race off the back now, 900 metres left to go. Manu making every post a winner by a length and a half on Rahays running second. 3/4 away third is Gendarme, and 1 length fourth is Elusive Gold. 2 lengths to Pearls, followed by Grenade on the outside. And then came Biddable, who's only a length away as they really begin to close up now. Biddable would be 6 off the lead, and Second Hope is the last one. 500 metres left to go. They come around the railway road bend, and the leader on top is Manu, still full of running here. He's travelling nicely on the point of the turn. He's now 2 1/2 in advance of Rahays, who gives chase, and then came Gendarme, followed by Elusive Gold and Biddable down the outside. Manu at the 200 metres mark is still 2 1/2 in advance of Rahays, and out wider is Elusive Gold. Manu still 2 lengths in front at the 100. Elusive Gold trying hard, Biddable and Rahays, but Manu is going to lead all of the way and win by 1 length. Second over was Elusive Gold, and third it's close, Rahays with Biddable, who closed late. They were followed next in by Pearls, and then we had Gendarme, followed by Second Hope. And Grenade back towards the tail of the field. He was way too good for them today, Manu, in the hands of Kelly Myers for Royden Bergeson, the trainer at Awapuni. 5-year-old bay gelding by Darcy Brahma out of Sporty Spice for the Little Avondale Trust, win 5 at start number 24. And he's been out there today and towed them, has Manu at $3.50 and $1.50. He was full of running right from the get-go. He was travelling beautifully around the home turn. He must have had 2.5 in advance of Rahays. Elusive Gold has run into a second, placing to be beaten by about a length at the line. Elusive Gold, Lee Megorian at $1.90, and third. It's pretty close. Rahays maybe on the inside of a Biddable, but there's not too much between them after the Trinity Hill handicap sprint. And Manu has given them a lesson here in the 6th of the afternoon. Good to see him back in winning form too, Manu. As I mentioned, win number 5 at start 24.
Elusive Gold second, 1 Rohays third, 6 Biddable fourth, 8 Pearls fifth, 3 Gendarme sixth, 5, 4, 1, 6, 8, 3.
5, 4, 1 and 6 to 5 Manu is a 5-year-old by Darcy Brahma out of Sporty Spice. 4 Little Avondale Trust. Well done to you all, trained by Royden Bergeson at Awapuni. Kelly Myers in the saddle. We'll catch up with Royden quickly. Not really sure what to say, but it's pretty accurate, I reckon. When he's good, he's good.
Yeah, that's right. You got the nail on the head there. Yeah. When he's good, he's good.
Yeah. Is there any tricks to him that you can sort of come to the race to know what he's going to do? Or is he just a proposition to see what he does early?
No, he went super hard. He just had a huge weight. And then the other day, he was probably the worst ridden horse at Wellington all day. You know, not blaming Miranda, but it wasn't the greatest ride in the world.
Okay. Today just travelled nicely on the nickel, and when he's doing that, you just know you've got a super horse.
Yeah, he's like he's run 121 before at Hara, and I don't know what time they run today, but he just loves getting out and bowling along.
What do you do now? Because like, he's got that ability to step up.
Yeah, well, he should be a Saturday horse, you know. But yeah, he's got to have everything going his own way, and when he can dominate, you know.
The unbeaten horse heading down to Ricca?
No, she'll probably go to Wellington.
Okay, stakes though?
She's just going to go for a 75 mile and then hopefully to Te Rapa.
Well done here.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Royden gets the job done. We'll come back to you, Mark. When this horse is on its game, he cuts a pretty picture and he can really, really run some time. And he's done it here today. He's run them off their feet. The 5 will win to beat home the 4, 1 and 6. Race number 7 is a maiden 14 and it's set to go at 4:42.
Kicks off the final double there at Hawke's Bay today. The Livermore Maiden 1400. Red Prince is by Red Giant on debut in that one, and there are a number of horses like Maestro for the Te Akau Cup Syndicate. Hayden Tinsley and Jason Bridgman, a couple of placings, first preparation back at the races today. And that next race number 7. Manu number 5, 350 and 150. 4 Elusive Gold, $1.90, and 1 Rohays, 140. Quinella 4 and 5, 1170. 541 trifecta, 79.40. 5, 1 and 6, first 4, $150.70. 6 and 5 double, 14.20. 6 and 4 the concession pays you $10.70. 122.31 the time they've run there on the Good 3 track, and race number 6 on the card over the 1400 metres. Kelly Myers with the salutes, and the crowd on track enjoying the first of a couple of Christmas at the races events at Hastings. The next one comes in mid-December. Next race to go here on TAB Trackside 1 is the second leg of the $10,000 guaranteed triple trio at Manukau Stadium. After the first leg, 290